Hello, and welcome to Opinion Island. I'm Joel.
I'm Angie.
I'm Christina.
And I'm Grant.
And today we're going to be breaking down Grant's pick, which is...
I picked Blade Runner 2049.
2049. The Blade Runner version of 2049. All right, man.
Yeah,
Get cracking.
so
Break
this
it down.
movie takes place in the not so distant future of 2049.
Yeah, not very far away.
Follows around a character who was born I think they said it was 2021 or something.
I think it was 21.
Yeah,
I
6,
don't remember.
6/10, 21.
10,
6,
21,
6
something
or
like that.
6/10.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
The day before my birthday,
Oh.
June 10th. I'm
Are
June
you
11th.
the Blade Runner?
Could be.
Are
You never
you?
know.
So this movie takes place in the future, in a future that is like kind of dystopian, with all these they have like androids that live with the humans, and they call them replicants.
You know that it was technically after World War III, and like the world is like destroyed because of it.
Oh,
They do
That's-
talk about radiation, and
that's what
so I
the-
figured like
they kept
bombs.
Yeah.
saying that there was like this event
Yeah.
that happened, and it was like
Yep.
before or after the event.
Yeah.
The blackout,
The
I think
blackout,
that they were
yeah.
calling it. And I didn't sure exactly what the blackout was, but it messed everything up.
Yeah, it was like a big EMP that like messed up all of the replicant stuff.
Yeah.
Like kind of like reset them almost, like all their data, all their knowledge, and all their memories and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
EMP stands for energy.
Electromagnetic pulse.
Very
Oh.
good.
Oh,
Very
I'm all,
good.
Call of Duty.
Electromagnetic pulse.
Pulse.
Got it. Okay.
So I mean, this is a long movie. So we normally kind of like go through like beginning and middle.
This
and
was
then,
a long movie. Two
Yeah.
and a half hours.
So yeah, I don't think that's really necessary.
Yeah, I feel like we just bullshit
To
about it. We
this.
just
Yeah,
talk
I
about
think-
it.
I think
the
this-
shit. Yeah.
What was it? I just want to pick out some interesting scenes to you guys, or just some of your thoughts on just kind of the overall theming of what was going on.
Did you recognize any of the music in this movie?
No, not really. The music was very big.
Like scores, like
Yeah,
stuff like that.
these big sounds. They
Yeah,
call
I
it
was
the
like, I'm
boosh.
watching the movie again.
Dude,
That was
I pretty much
crazy.
nailed that.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I say that because I did not know any of the songs either. Wouldn't brave
I don't-
about the
I-
soundtrack
You
here.
want to know the next track?
The soundtrack
Oh.
was definitely not
The
raveable.
head back again.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be a hit on any chart.
I was just
anytime
gonna say the
soon.
music was not memorable for me.
Not memorable
Yeah.
at all.
But it went with the movie.
Right.
It
I
did.
think it did. It
There,
felt
you
like
know?
purposeful
Yeah.
for the movie
Exactly.
to have these like big sounds
Yeah.
happening.
It
But-
was
Kind of like
Not really.
Inception, you know? It doesn't have
It
like
did have
songs
that, I
you
agree.
recognize, but it's got music
It's
that
just-
ties in with that
Yeah,
movie.
background music.
Yeah.
I did like the actors. I
Yeah.
did enjoy looking at Gosling.
You're right, Ryan Gosling.
Mhm.
He had a very like serious face the whole time.
Well, because
Well,
that
he's
was the
a
thing I
android.
felt like.
yeah,
Skin job.
he was a android, a replicant
Yeah.
himself who hunted other replicants.
So that's what I
Okay,
thought was
so-
weird about this movie. Like their acting seemed like it was almost bad because they were trying to act like robots, is what I thought.
With
Okay.
no feelings. So android, right? So they're half human, half robot, or are they all robot?
I think they're all like robot, but not in like the sense where while we think of robots with wires and everything, they're like organic robots.
Okay.
Like they have skin and bones and everything, and like
Because they
they're
clearly
kind of like made
ate,
up of.
they drink,
Yeah.
they bled.
Yeah, but he didn't really feel pain. He was having that fight scene with
Yeah.
Batista, and he didn't really. He got stabbed, and it seemed like he
was
didn't feel
getting
much pain.
slammed into the wall like 20 times, man.
Yeah.
He just got up and started punching him in the
And
throat.
he was Batista was supposed to be like an older replicant
Yeah.
who was like even more powerful.
Yeah.
I
Um,
thought they were all. I thought they were all like not real people. There was a few real people in the movie, like the girl he had sex with.
Was
ended
she,
up being
though?
Which
a
girl?
replicant.
Oh, she was?
She was. She was a
Oh,
replicant.
Because she was like, she's
the
real.
pink-haired girl.
Oh,
yeah,
she was
yeah.
just a real
Yeah.
replicant,
She,
replica or whatever.
No, well, I don't know. I thought she was a real person too, because she was like, "Oh, you like fake girls."
Yeah, she did say that.
Well, because then she ends up being part of that like revolution.
Oh,
at the
maybe
end.
she
Yeah.
meant fake
yeah,
as
she
in
was.
like.
She was true.
I
So-
think she was just playing a part. to
How-
try
who
to get
was
him where
a-
he needed to be.
Good
Who
point.
was a real human?
The cop, the detective lady.
With
she
the missing
was.
eye? I don't think she was.
No.
No, and
Oh.
that was his
Jenny
boss.
from
Oh,
The one
First
the
Boss.
boss, yeah.
Okay, she was the only one I can think of that I didn't think of right now. Joel thought of it.
Anyone else? Like,
Yeah.
and there's
So-
no real telling, I feel like, between them.
So
Only
there's
if you look at
also,
their eyeball.
Harrison Ford was
I was
he?
just
Harrison
gonna
Ford
say is
was, yeah.
Who was real?
There's
Yeah, he was
never
real.
been a determination if Harrison Ford is a replicant or a human.
But
I
he
thought
got
he
old.
was. I thought he was.
did get old. You are correct.
So I feel like
But Dave
fake.
Batista got old.
Yeah, he
did
got
he?
old. Yeah,
He
there's
looked
no way
old.
you chose to be
Yeah.
like that. Like, no,
They,
that old. You don't.
Still
If
grow
you're
old,
gonna,
I'm guessing.
if you're gonna
But-
be choose to be like a certain age, you're not picking old.
But they
Right?
were organic, so maybe they do age.
Organic.
They're
What the heck
the
is organic?
organic
Organic.
matter.
They have
fake
organs.
person. That's so
Like, you know what I
silly.
mean? Like
Flesh
they're
and
not.
skin.
Pesticides
Yeah.
when they grow.
flesh and skin.
They're not mechanical. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But they're still
Um,
fake. So
but
the
they're
whole,
still
that whole,
fake.
the whole concept of it was so hard for me to accept.
Yeah, it was, and especially when she was saying like, "Oh, don't worry about not having a soul. You've done
Yeah.
fine without having a soul." And
Yeah.
he was like, "Maybe I want a soul. Maybe
Yeah.
I do want a
That's
soul."
kinda
I hate.
messed
I
up,
hate.
bro.
All right, I'll start. I'll shut up for now.
Your true feelings are coming through.
I
Not
mean,
yet,
the
not yet,
beginning of the
cooler.
movie was pretty boring. It was slow.
It was
so
the whole thing
slow.
was pretty slow.
Pretty slow.
Like,
Yeah.
gosh, can't you speed it up? Did we really need 2.5 hours?
I feel like
Yeah.
2 hours 40 minutes.
Ugh.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't
Angie.
think it was boring.
Mario liked it.
I thought they were setting everything up. Like they
Yeah,
just
I-
kept sprinkling little crumbs.
But didn't you
to
feel like
Yeah.
it was
string
like
you along.
setting it up really boringly?
No, I didn't think it was like really that boring,
Hmm.
but it was a slower pace for sure.
Slow pace.
It would.
Um,
The thing that frustrated me was they would show you something. You know, like there's the box of bones under the tree, and you're like, oh, cool. And then you see him in his his little apartment talking to his fake girlfriend
Who's
for a
Yeah.
good
gorgeous.
20 minutes.
She
and
is
you're
really
like,
pretty.
gorgeous.
Super
"Oh,
pretty.
You just sprinkled the breadcrumbs in front of me of something really awesome, and now you're gonna make me watch this for 20 minutes, and then now you're investigating it a little bit more, and then you're gonna show me this for 20 minutes. Like, damn it, just keep going, man.
Yeah, it really lets you know who he was and how
Yeah.
he was like thinking he was.
Mhm.
Because the whole time it seems like you're cluing in, or we're as an audience getting clued in that he's
Mhm.
the special guy, and it seems
Yeah.
like he's the special
Yeah,
one.
like all signs are pointing to
All
him.
signs are pointing to him. He thinks
He's
that
got
he's
the
having
memory,
these memories,
yeah.
which are, and then like we're meeting the memory girl and all that. Like,
and he goes and he finds the horse, and
Yeah,
that
'cause-
memory's real.
yeah,
you
and so
know?
you're just thinking like the rest of us are like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
okay, I am special.
I am special. It's
really
me.
am.
I know the feeling.
This is, I feel like he also, when he was talking to Harrison Ford, he thought that was his dad because
Yeah.
he thought it was him.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, that was probably
And so
my favorite
that's
scene.
why I'm like,
was that.
it's setting it's building who he is this
Mhm.
whole time, and we're like really buying into the fact that he is the special one.
I do feel
He's
like
the one.
for 2 hours and 40 minutes, there was a lot that could have been cut
I agree.
to make it
I am with you.
2 hours.
Okay.
At
okay.
least
Okay,
2
so
hours.
timeline was you weren't having
Timeline.
it.
Timeline was like a
Timeline
lot
of
of.
the-
There
of
was a
real
lot of
lifetime.
long.
Angie's ideal movie is all action for 1 hour, and that's it.
John
60
Wick.
minutes.
John
If you
Wick
say
is
more
your
than
movie.
32
Is that
words,
movie only
you're
an hour?
talking
You
too
know
much.
me
No,
so
it's
well.
not. It's
I
longer.
like John
But it's
Wick.
like all action. John Wick is
Yeah, I
awesome.
love John Wick
Me too.
movies.
all action. This was a lot more story and build
Yeah.
up.
Okay, so and like when going back to like when we first meet the girlfriend who is
Yeah.
not real and she's a
Joy.
freaking
Joy.
she's the electronic girl from the hologram.
that was freaking weird.
She is very pretty.
She is
She's
very
so
pretty, super pretty.
Yeah.
And she's in
Anna
the
de
next John
Armas.
Wick movie.
Oh.
She's
Anna de
ballerina.
Armas
Anna
is
de
very
Armas.
pretty.
Yeah.
Who? Which one?
Anna de Armas is her.
Oh, that's her name. Okay.
And she played Joy, the fake girlfriend, the hologram
Joy,
girlfriend,
yeah.
the AI girlfriend
Yeah.
that is going to be the future wives of all of us. We were riding right into that right there.
That would be so.
It was so
stupid
interesting though,
to
like
have
how
a hologram anything.
Well, I
See,
think
but-
it just shows like who else is going to be in his life. Like I think, and then I think this is like common for a lot of people because clearly she's like an advertisement everywhere. Like I don't think he's the only one that uses her as it.
I know,
a
but I'm just saying,
companion.
like in
Yeah.
life, this
Dude,
is like a
in
silly thing.
Japan,
Oh my god, I don't
this
know.
is like a thing too.
this
Really?
is
The
starting to become a
hologram
thing.
girlfriend?
AI that
No,
can talk back to
robot
you, but robot, yeah.
companions.
But even
But
not
it's
even
whole
a person
because
you
it's
see,
AI.
Yeah.
Even when
It's
in
a
the house, she
thing.
seems self-aware. You know what I mean? And then when he got her off of the little track
yeah.
and onto like the emitter that like let her go wherever the emitter was, she was like, I have a sense of freedom now. This is so amazing.
Which is so dumb. Because,
and she's
like,
going out there like,
you're a fake thing. You can't have any kind of sense of anything like that.
But
you
that's
can't
the
have
whole
feelings.
point.
You
That's
can't
the whole
have any
point
of that.
AI. They're
No, it's not. You can't. A AI cannot have feelings.
Supposedly they're saying,
Well, we
like,
don't
I
know.
don't have a lot
Yes,
of
I
experience,
do.
but they're saying
They-
that
they're not-
AI is becoming
we are not
aware.
AI.
but that's the thing of AI is it's constantly learning and adapting and evolving, and you don't know what it's capable of until it happens.
You guys
Yeah.
are nerds. This is. You guys need to come to the real world. We are
Okay.
humans.
We are-
I'll
okay,
give
well,
you-
this
I'll
is
give you
happening in the real
I'll give
world.
you this example right
Hello?
now. They created an AI.
Oh my god.
They literally just did it,
I hate
and
this story already.
they had him doing all kinds of stuff, and they told it to shut down.
Yeah.
But it learned, and it said, "I don't want to," and it started to find a way to hide itself so it couldn't be shut down.
He can eat too and have sex and
That's
hug you
self-sus-
and
that's-
kiss
that's
you.
self-sufficient.
sufficient.
That's
No,
Sufficient.
that's too much. But I
But-
I get what you're saying. For sure, the AI where they're programming it to become self-learning and grow its own knowledge is learning to get smarter than its
Right.
creators, like 100%.
Okay, so it
'Cause they're
cannot leave the box. It can't leave the box.
Not yet.
But they are putting
But
it in robots.
it doesn't mean it's not trying to not stay in the box.
Yeah.
And so maybe if it becomes
Like,
a walkable thing, it might get out of
separate
the box
from
and
the
start doing its
movie,
own thing.
Separate from the movie, they are putting AI in like physical beings, like robot
Mhm.
beings that
Yeah.
can walk, and you know what I mean. So
They wanna try
Like,
that.
we're trying
Yeah.
to end ourselves, is what we're
100%.
Right. That's
We're
like
trying to
Terminator.
create Terminator.
Yeah.
So
Right.
when I was watching that and having
But even
knowing,
still, with those robots that are trying, take them out of the box and put them in a movable one.
Mhm.
They can still not feel you. They still cannot grow hair.
Yeah, no,
You know, like,
know.
they
that's,
still
that's
can't-
this.
well, this is
they
this
still
is
cannot
where
love
this,
you.
Yeah.
Not right
And so
now.
it's really hard for me to accept that
I get-
this thing that's not real is going to love you and want to kiss you and says I love you. And like when she was, the only thing I thought was cool about her being a robot girl, like that I would like, is when she like switched really quick and she was in a different outfit, hair different, makeup different. I was like, yes, please.
Instant change.
Instant change. But like everything else about it was just like so silly to me. Like such a silly, it's like
I
a video
think-
game.
I think
almost.
that was their way of-
So you think this could never happen ever in human?
No, I don't.
life?
I mean, I think people can fall in love with robots because people are fucking weird.
No, I'm saying like that AI gets so good that you confuse it for a real person. Do you think that will never happen ever?
No, I think what
No.
she's trying to say is she doesn't think that AI will ever experience real human emotions like
Correct.
humans do.
Yes, that is correct.
That's what she's saying. Like humans won't, or humans,
I-
AI won't really know
Okay.
love.
I
AI
feel
won't
that,
really know.
I feel like that is more likely to happen than for it to be, like synthetic humans like you see in this movie. I feel like a computer will be able to find and feel love before.
How can a computer feel love?
Because
this is silly.
because it can think it can, if that makes any sense. Like it
Just
can,
like you, so that's why they're training kids to think that their dogs and cats are like you think
pretty
you
much.
are.
That's,
so
that's
that's
the
what
whole
you
point.
are.
That's the whole point of brainwashing, right?
Oh
you
my God,
believe
that's
something
silly.
enough.
What?
Well, it's
I don't know where these cats are coming from. Meow, meow.
I identify as a lover,
You're
so
a
I
furry.
love, and I'm a robot that identifies as a person who loves. So now I know love. So if you're a child, a human that identifies as a cat, then I'm a cat. That's what
I
they're
think
training
these
their
are-
brains
I
to
think
do now.
they're
These
kind
people.
of separate issues.
Well, it's just the same thing with one's real
It's
and one's
just
not.
a different coding, I guess. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is if you feel it and you believe it enough, you can be real in your own brain.
Humans have brains,
Yeah.
computers do not.
And that, but
Well, we run on
We
electricity. We don't
run
know
on-
how
yeah,
real
it's-
we believe we're real. We don't know where our consciousness comes from. But are we run on electricity? Your body has electricity running through it, just like the robot. And maybe some creator, some other ultra creator made us. And that's where they're trying to say that we're also just trying to create something else.
So we're turning into God,
well, we
the God. Right?
yeah,
our
maybe
brain
people are
thinks
trying to
it.
do that, trying to control some other new sort of life form. And this movie's dealing with, well, this is the control this new life form came out, but it's limited because it can't reproduce. And we obviously have life and we can reproduce, so we are the higher life form. But look at someone reproduced
so
from
I mean, obviously
this.
this movie's very sci-fi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
It was-
like
and
obviously
that part was really hard for me to accept.
the replicant having the
Yeah.
baby, because that's the whole
Right.
thing,
Right.
the
Yeah.
miracle, the baby, right?
Right.
I saw a
No, I don't believe that could happen. I don't believe that they would.
This reminds me of the Jurassic Park, where life will find a way. And well,
So you believe?
No, I don't. But it's not that I believe or I want this to happen. I'm just saying that this story is showing that is trying to convey like that this could happen.
Nothing's impossible.
Life might find a way, and this is a story of
And because
that.
they can make real humans in a petri dish, I do think that something like that is possible, but not. It'll be a human. It won't
Not
be a robot.
organically
Yeah.
with the human seed.
Well, when we all start
It
fucking
can't
robots.
be. Ew. You guys might be.
All right.
I'm sure I'll be able to find a dude.
Let me bring
a
this
real
back
man.
to this movie, right?
Yeah, we went way.
So-
well, I mean, it was related.
It was totally
it was
related.
absolutely. But a thing that I didn't understand about this movie, right? So Deckard, they don't ever tell you for a fact he's a replicant or a human, right? But the replicant gives birth to another replicant, right? That's the
Right.
girl in the bubble.
Do we
Right.
know she's a replicant?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just
And-
making
Well,
sure
actually,
everybody
I don't know.
knew.
You-
I'm making sure
I don't
everybody
know
knew.
for a fact.
Because she had an autoimmune disease or something like
So-
that.
so
That's what
how
I think.
is
That's what they
that-
just
She
said,
is
so
an
that she
autoimmune
would
disease.
be
So
put
she
away.
cannot stay hidden. Okay,
Yeah.
so now Jared Leto was his name Wallace, right? That's
He's
okay.
replicant, right? And he had weird
he
eyes.
had to be a replicant.
I thought he was blind at first.
connecting
He-
things
I
to
did
his
too.
body.
Yeah, he was like the super genius
And he had like
guy
a
that,
processor like in his
He
head
was
or something,
Cree.
some kind of
Like,
port.
He
Yeah.
is all
hybrid
about,
himself.
They were like, bloop.
He's all about making the replicants like the big thing, right? He wants them to take over the world, basically. Have
Mhm.
them
The
all over the
life
world.
form, yeah.
Well, I feel
Okay.
like he wanted to replicate what had been rumored to have been done.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is my confusion to this is the replicants, they were about to have a revolution to rise up. So we're more than just slaves, right?
Mhm.
Why would they want to hide that piece from Wallace, who could make them the ultimate power and more than just slaves? Or was Wallace after that power to make them all slaves? Am I missing something?
I
'Cause
also thought that. I was confused by that
I
too.
kind of took it like because it was one of those things where you don't know, and it could, even if they gave her to Wallace, you never know what his true intentions are, or you couldn't trust one person, especially with so much power, with this unique divine creation or this miracle. And I feel like so it's that whole conundrum, like they had to hide, protect, and I don't know what the point of revealing it later is. I don't know how she helps the revolution, but
Nah, I still don't think they're showing her off. I still think they're keeping her hidden.
yeah.
He just wanted to
Yeah.
show the dad his daughter. He
Yeah.
just wanted to show
So
Deckard,
then the
"Hey,
point is
look,
that
you
they're
created
not
this."
really going to use her in the revolution.
Yeah,
they're just
they're
rising
going to
up.
just rise up themselves. But what I'm saying is, if they had that power to have her go to Wallace and make more of her and the ability to reproduce, why would you?
I
keep it
mean,
hidden?
we saw what kind of person Wallace was, though. Like, he killed replicants left and right. So I don't think he had like a high regard for their life. So they
No,
probably
yeah,
didn't
but he-
see him as someone who would protect this special
But
person.
it wasn't about protecting it; it was about recreating it and
Yeah, but I don't think
harnessing that power.
I don't
harnessing
think
that
they
miracle.
wanted to risk her dying at his
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, I think it was more like, okay, she has life, like she somehow became life,
Mhm.
and so she let her live a life rather than just being a experiment
Just
for the
an
next guy.
experiment. I gotcha.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Kind of like a found alien or something, ET or something. You know what I mean? So keep her protected away from this crazy guy who just wants to open her up and see what
Yeah.
makes her tick.
See how to
and see how if-
recreate.
recreate it,
Yeah.
which she probably still wouldn't be able to, but now she's dead.
Yeah.
To give her the life.
Also, I hated how he talked in this movie. It was real annoying.
If they just sped up his talking, we could have got
Huh.
30 minutes. Cut 30
Yeah,
minutes
for
out.
sure.
And then he's just
Is he?
looking
Yeah.
off.
Is he falling asleep while he's
Sitting
talking?
over there.
I'm not sure. But she didn't have much of a life either, living in a bubble with her little dream machine,
I
which
don't
was
know.
super
That
cool.
looks pretty cool. Her
Okay,
little
well,
dream machine. was
okay,
pretty
so that's
cool.
what I
I
imagine.
would rather come
Yeah.
up with my own memories to have my own dreams.
That's
instead
what.
of
Well,
create
she
them
couldn't.
With this
She
little
was stuck
thing.
in a bubble.
I'm just saying.
And we don't know, right? Because if she's supposedly half human, half replicant, we don't know. Like, is she just replicant? Like, I don't know.
I think she's some
It was
weird
confusing.
hybrid. Yeah.
For sure.
And then, but so that room that she's in, and where she could like create
Her
it, that's
bubble.
what I see the future of VR
Ugh.
becoming.
That'd be tight.
Like this whole room would be a room that could be like a hologram. You know, that's where I think VR should go or trying to go, because
you have to have your own VR room.
because
No more theater room,
wearing a
VR
headset
room.
sucks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and it doesn't give you total immersiveness.
So
Mhm,
we're talking
immersive.
like a
So,
projector.
Yeah,
or
so that's where I
something.
think the future of VR is going or
Mhm.
will become, because that makes the most sense.
But then that means you guys have to like be in a room and walk around and do stuff.
Yeah, but you're gonna look. We could. It's like we'd be right here, but I'm in my room. You're at your house. We're
Right.
all there.
I
but
just
we'd
want to
see, like,
remind you
right
guys that
here.
you guys can go outside and walk around and do stuff with each other without being in a VR room.
The sun is so hot.
And then I don't have laser guns.
Yeah.
I got lasers. I could be 20
I
feet
can't make my
tall.
cool avatar.
Yeah.
I can't see weird robot boobs if I'm.
Oh my god.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa,
so
whoa.
that's
Dude, there was a lot
That
of
scene-
weird
Boobs.
sex nudity.
I didn't think there was
Nudity.
a lot. I
She
thought
was
there
a
was only
giant
a little
purple
bit.
Yeah.
naked girl.
Yeah, I thought that was the only boobs really we saw.
I think
was
so,
the
right?
hologram. Yeah.
No, see
There was boobs
girl
everywhere.
When he pulls her out of the.
Oh,
roast
yeah,
bag,
yeah.
That
her
was so
boobs.
gross.
That's right, the
okay.
bag- the bag girl.
Okay.
Yeah, that whole so that's how
Those
he was
were-
making people like in these bags. It was kind of
Mhm.
like in a petri dish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
grow
then he
them.
said something about clay, and I was like, "Wait, is this a real person?" And then I was like, "Oh shit, this is a real girl."
Well,
And she was
she's
like-
a
I mean,
replicant,
in
she's
real
a fake
life, like
girl.
it was an actress that was just naked. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Oh."
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like when they went to the Las Vegas scene,
Yeah.
and there was boobs, giant boobs there.
Like giant
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
sculptures.
yeah,
Oh,
there
But
was.
those don't count, I
Yes,
feel like.
it does.
Those are just
There, it
sculpture
was
boobs.
all
Yeah.
like
Did it say he's walking how many
I was just
times?
gonna
no,
say,
he
where
was
did it say
he
How
was
many times
he
did
was
he walk
stuck
in?
on his new Switch 2, so he
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
so he was
Yeah, that's what you gotta
occupied.
do.
So
Distract
day
him with the
one, we
games.
Yeah.
joked because when
with
the
non-reality.
the sex scene with the stand-in
That was
and the
so
hologram,
weird.
we were
Yeah,
like,
that was
"Oh,
really
you're gonna
interesting,
see,
too.
you're gonna
Right.
see double boobs."
Yeah,
but then
right?
you saw no boobs.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a weird like putting on glasses, a VR glasses or something, right?
Yeah.
They were like that was
Did you
kind
like
of
camera
weird.
one, camera two. Camera
That's what I
one?
mean. Like she was self-aware to like call the girl in to
Yeah.
do this with him because she
Which-
wanted to like
which is
experience
ridiculous
this.
to me. A computer being like self-aware of, oh, you want someone real. I'm not real. Like, shut up. You're a fake person. Unplug.
Okay. So would you go to Hollow? Would you be happy with Hollow Elvis?
No.
Hey, we're going to
Hollow?
a hologram
So the
Hologram.
Elvis
hologram,
at
yeah.
a stage show. This
I-
might be the future of
I
all
thought it was
shows.
a pretty
Oh, no,
shitty one.
absolutely
It was
not.
pretty shitty.
Which part?
At the Las Vegas,
Yeah.
where the
Oh,
I
it was
thought the
just glitchy, you
hologram.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's because it was like not like
It's almost
fully
like it
powered.
was really old and it
Yeah.
survived.
Well,
the
it was
nuclear
Well,
shitty.
explosion.
for that very old building, there was not a lot of dust. It wasn't dirty. I was like, is Harrison Ford just cleaning this all
He's
himself
him
every
and his
day?
dog just taking
Taking care of the whole
Was
fucking
the
giant ass
dog
building?
real?
The dog, I believe, was real.
Like real.
He was, like,
in real
feeding
life,
it,
real.
wasn't
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he even asked. He goes, "Is it real?"
Uh-huh.
Because clearly you don't really see pets. You don't see animals.
Or
And what was
anything
up with the
like
bee
dirt.
colony?
I didn't know. I didn't
The which one?
understand that either.
The
it had
bee
no
colony.
just because it was real. Maybe
I think the beat. Well, I don't. I kind of.
he stuck his hand in there.
It's
Yeah,
right
he's just
before he
covered in
goes
bee.
into the casino.
Yeah, right when he gets to
He's
Vegas, pretty
walking
much.
into the misty, and then
Oh, maybe that was because the outside world had bees. I guess.
just because it was like that used to be the real area. I don't know. I didn't get that either. I was
Yeah, but it was
confused.
like a whole ass thing of bees.
like
you know?
someone
Yeah,
was
it
a
was
bee,
like-
Where
a
a
bee.
dude in a
Harrison
bee
Ford was a
suit was
beekeeper.
gonna
I
be
thought
there.
we were gonna definitely see a beekeeper.
And then
Yeah.
he sticks his hand in there. Like, you know what? That was him probably just seeing if it was real and not like a hologram.
or
right?
is that proving that
But he
he's
should
not
know.
real?
I don't
Because if
know.
you stick your hand in there, it would hurt. Versus
could.
him who stuck his hand in there, and it was like
They didn't attack him.
they just landed on him, and maybe they stung him, but he can't feel it because he's not real.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, and then
Mm.
what was off world?
They go to other planets. They're colonizing other places to escape the terrible
Living
fallout of
conditions.
this world. Yeah,
Okay.
because
Mars,
it's
here we
literally
come.
always dark. It's always raining. The water is threatening to come through, and the water's rising outside. That's why they had the big ass wall around Los Angeles, so people are
Okay.
escaping.
But I
Gotcha.
did like that was my favorite scene going to see Elvis and Las Vegas. That's what it looked like to me.
I didn't realize
It
he
was
in
like
Las
late-
Vegas.
late-
Until that happened, I was like, "Oh, he's in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. This is okay."
That's a little
Notice
shout out to
how-
Vegas and Elvis.
The
I love
future.
that he made a
Little
cameo.
Notice how hot they make it look there.
That was extra.
Nothing
Everything
hot.
else is
changed.
dark and it's all bright red.
Notice that he still wore his jacket though.
Yeah.
Because he was not a real person.
Oh.
And
Like,
Harrison
he
doesn't
wore,
sweat.
Harrison wore his jacket too. He was
I
wearing a
also
jacket.
There
thought
was
it
a lot
was
of jacket
weird that
wearing.
They
Yeah.
made the blood look like blood, but it was like not blood. It
They
was
had- they
kind of
had,
like oily looking blood
something going through their bodies. Yeah,
because they
Some
were
sort of-
organic.
it's hydraulic fuel fluid. That's it.
Because it kind of looked like blood, but kind of like that's not exactly
Oh.
red.
So what I thought was interesting that when he went to go visit Jared Leto, that into that area, and she was like, "Oh, you're a fan of our product," because his phone rang or whatever.
Mhm.
And I was like, so they're out there buying stuff. Like, could you imagine like how industry changes when AI wants to buy your things? How now you have a brand new demographic of people to cater to, and now you can like sell to more people. You know what I mean? So imagine us losing our jobs to AI. Now we can't make money. Now we can't buy the things that the companies produce. No, but they have AI to now buy the things,
they'll buy
and
the
they
things for
earn
you
money,
take your
and
stuff.
now they
And
buy
they're
the
all,
things.
Well, Wallace or whatever that they were buying from, that's clearly the biggest corporation, was also AI. So it was AI buying from AI.
Yeah, but I'm
But
saying
they're
like
still getting the money.
they're still getting it's
Yeah.
like it was a very interesting concept that like AI would want to buy a thing or a jacket or new shoes or the girl and the hologram girl or new dishes.
Mhm.
Like that would open up such a big
Yeah.
wide new grounds
Yeah.
for industry.
I will say that his apartment, Gosling's apartment, was very sad. Like he did not buy a lot of things to furnish it or
And the
decorate
food
it.
that they ate, what that bowl that he had.
Oh
of
yeah,
whatever.
it was
What
like
was
weird
that?
gelatinous.
It was
like
like
spaghetti.
glue or
Yeah,
like
just
not-
or like.
blob.
They probably have like terrible taste buds
Yeah.
anyways.
And then they had
Yeah.
to make it look pretend too and put like a
Yeah,
fake
put a
plate over it, and I
hologram
was
over it.
like,
She made
why
it
would
dinner.
you care? Why would you care if you're
I think it's just the illusion of being human. Like, why?
The illusion
he
of
doesn't
being
have
human.
to be in an apartment. He could do whatever he wants because he's a freaking robot. But he's trying to live.
it's like they're all
like a
trying to
human. Yeah.
they're trying to assimilate into
Yeah.
into society like that, but they're always separate.
hmm And everyone makes sure they know it, calling them skin jobs, and like that's like their racial slur for the synths or whatever, or the
The replicants.
synths is from Aliens.
different show movie.
Whoops.
Oh,
It was weird, like when he'd have to like say all those words. When
The
he'd go-
test.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah, that
test.
was- that
I
test
know
was
that
weird,
was
too.
super weird.
Interlocked.
Baseline.
Yeah. the
Your baseline is so off.
There's an anomaly. I almost couldn't say that word.
Anemone.
Anemone. So
Oh
Jared,
wait, the lady. Since we're talking about baselines and all that, the lady,
the cop.
the cop, she's the lady from. That's Jenny, right?
Yeah, he said it earlier.
Oh, you did? I missed it.
No, Joel
Jenna.
did.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did?
That's
Oh,
my
I
favorite
missed
movie
it.
of all time.
Oh, was that her?
Of course.
Yeah.
You didn't know?
I didn't know.
this?
No.
I was like almost positive. I was like
Jenna.
99% sure.
Yeah.
Did
yeah,
you
that
guys-
movie is
I did
brilliant.
not see that.
Okay, did you guys
Oh.
catch the guy that's from the Tom Hanks movie? I'm the captain now.
Look at me. I am the captain.
Did you guys
now.
catch that guy?
Oh yeah, he was at the end.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
he's the
Yeah.
guy who's like the IT whatever
He's the one who
doing.
tells them the horses from Vegas, pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know. What movie is that you're talking about?
Where
what's it called?
Captain Phillips, where he
Oh, yeah, I
the guy
didn't see that.
commandeers
The
the boat.
ship gets
Mm.
Look at me.
hijacked.
I am the captain.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
So, Jared
See.
Leto's top girl, right hand girl.
Oh, yeah, she was a bitch.
She was pretty cool though.
She was high
She's
up.
pretty kick ass.
She was kicking ass.
Pretty kick ass.
She made
she's a
she made
bitch,
a
though.
good robot.
She
Yeah.
made a good
Yeah.
She,
jacket.
she at the end. She was like, "I'm the best."
Mhm,
I'm the
mhm,
best
mhm.
one.
Ha-ha.
And when he was choking her out, I was like, yes,
I
fuck her shit
know.
up.
But so that was another question for me because if they're robots,
Me too. When I saw that, I'm like,
they're
duh,
drowning
everyone could just
because they
drown
need
them.
air.
they're
I thought they were drowning because they're like got waterlogged. Like all of them.
but yeah,
They're
either
really
way,
getting
Circuit boards.
Yeah.
they're not like
Because they're organic.
they're
so-
half they're I guess they breathe. I don't know. I don't
It was
really know.
confusing. It
I
was
mean,
a little
dude, if they're
confusing.
dying
water
from
was
getting
not-
stabbed and shit, I feel like they can
And
die
blown
from
up,
everything
yeah.
else.
Like shot.
Regular
Because he
stuff.
needed to get like healed
Well,
up.
the stab
too.
thing, I feel like
Right?
it's probably
and
like
he had
like
bandages
it's
all over his
draining
face,
a
like-
car
So, like,
of
I guess
oil.
you could
You know what I mean? If you
continue
don't
to
have
bleed.
fluid,
Oh,
you're
no,
gonna
my
die.
oil, man.
Yeah.
Pigeon man.
Oil man, oil man, oil.
But the breathing part was harder for me to believe than like draining the fluid
Fluid.
or whatever they run on. Yeah.
Okay, so we are coming up to it's 2025. We are rapidly approaching 2049.
Mhm.
Is there anything in this possible future or that they describe? Is there anything that you would want from that future to happen?
I want the weird soup. I'm
weird
just kidding.
soup?
I'm just kidding. No.
Cars.
I do not. I do not want that food. The only thing I liked was the hologram girl where she could switch, but even still, that can't. That,
No one
that
applied
doesn't
to
help
you.
me.
I
Yeah.
would like it to rain all the time, like it does in this movie.
It could be
F1
hot
cars.
rain, Joel, or hot acid
Was it
rain.
dust
You
or
don't know.
was it snow?
It was
That was
snow.
like
It was snow.
It- I
couldn't
thought it
tell
was
the difference.
snow.
I thought it was
Mm.
dust. I thought the whole world was
Mm.
just dirty.
It's just the climate has changed so much, so that's why
Yeah.
the water's rising. It's raining all the time, and it's like cold now, and it snows.
Okay.
I thought it was snow.
'Cause
Yeah, I
she was
don't-
even in her little bubble, like, "Oh, isn't it beautiful?" Like the snow was coming in.
I don't
can't
want
think of
anything from this
anything.
world.
Yeah.
What about you,
No.
Grant?
Nothing from the world.
No.
Nothing?
Grant wants one of those girls that are fake, so he can
Yeah,
hang
take
out,
a-
look
take-
at their boobs.
I'll take a electric girl.
Electric girl.
The girl would just be naked the whole time, just no clothes. That's
No
just
clothes.
my.
That's boring. Come on. I like to see her in something nice, and then takes off. And then maybe I want a different girl, and they just like push a button, and she looks different.
Oh. But you want the hologram girl or what?
Yeah,
Or whatever.
Sure, why not?
But
I wanna-
how
I
is
would-
that fun? I don't understand this. It's
I
just
think
fun
it
to
would
look
be
at?
cool to have like a holographic like AI that would be like right there with you. I do think that'd be kind of cool.
So
I think it'd be cool.
a
Like-
robot girl, not just like a hologram.
no, like more of a hologram girl
No.
than a robot girl.
I think the robot would be freaky, right? Like,
Yeah,
you
I don't-
agree the robot would
I
be
don't
freaky.
know if I need that level
Okay.
of like immersion.
Because I feel like the robot, you never know if they're gonna go
Yeah.
crazy
I mean,
and then
that's-
kill you. Well, more like kill you, like killer robot. I'm crazy, yeah.
I have a virus. I have a virus. Die, die, die.
My fans.
But if the robot girl or whatever robot that you had in your house could do like all of you didn't have to hire a maid or anyone and
Oh,
just
yeah.
do all your
Yep.
dishes,
Oh,
do
yeah.
all your cleaning,
Oh,
do
yeah.
all the stuff for
I'm
you.
down for that.
Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I
Like
would
a
take
Rosie,
it.
but like
Yeah,
As long
like
as
a
I
Rosie
have
from-
some
Wouldn't even
kind
think
of
twice.
fail, like, you know what I mean, kill switch.
Yeah.
That's easily
Plug,
that she
plug.
could not.
Code word
that she-
pineapples.
they couldn't disable. 100% kill switch.
Yeah, so okay.
I would
so
like it to
there
drive
would
for
be
me
a
also.
use for
So
such
we're
a
saying like
thing
robot slaves.
rather than
That's
just
what we're saying.
companionship.
Okay, fine.
Okay, we got you something.
But,
all right.
but not a hologram.
She's on board. We got her.
How does a hologram cook and clean? I don't understand
Next
how
thing you
this-
know, she's
I
in
think
love
he's
with it.
saying if it was a robot. If it was a robot.
Yeah, okay.
You
Yeah.
do everything
If it
I asked
was
you.
a-
You're amazing.
You're great. You're
Such
the
a-
best.
You have such a chiseled jaw. I'm glad I chose it.
If you had a choice though to have your housekeeper cook whatever you call this thing that we're
the
talking
robot, the
The
robot
robot.
I'm gonna
housekeeper.
call it
yeah.
a slave.
about, no, don't
it
call
would
it
be a slave.
It's not. It can't be a slave. It's a. It's a. It's a. It's
It's a
not
helper.
real.
So it can't be a
It's
slave
an
if it's not
assistant.
real.
Do you call
It's a-
your
you can't-
computer a slave? I mean, your computer
Yeah,
does
yeah,
stuff for
it's
you.
a slave to my typing. You do what I tell you. Tap,
I
tap,
think
tap.
it would call it.
You made
Okay,
it.
let's. What a robot? A
Yeah,
robot helper?
You're just
a
I don't
helper.
know, a
You're
helper.
helper.
My
You're helper.
buddy.
An assistant.
My buddy. My buddy and me.
An assistant. I like that, Joel. Okay, so your assistant.
So okay, so we're
you-
okay with having robot assistants.
Yes, I don't
Alright.
want to have sex with the
100%.
robot.
Mm.
I don't want to make
Yet.
out with the robot.
Yeah.
yeah.
I definitely don't want it to fall in love with me or me fall in love with it. Like, all of that was weird. All the scenes where he was making out with the robot was weird.
Well, he was
Well, not
fake
even
too,
a robot.
so
Did
it really matter?
It was a hologram.
Yeah, but he was a
Yeah,
fake
I
person
agree.
too.
He was
so,
also
like,
fake.
robot on robot action. That's
So
Yeah.
it was AI
organic
finding
and
love.
mechanical
So
got a
weird.
little
What
hooked up
Harrison
together.
Ford did, that was weird.
Super weird. Yeah, super
He
weird.
was
That's
weird.
exactly what he
was
did.
weird.
But he fell
He
for
fell.
it.
That is ridiculous. You can't fall in love with someone
Hey,
like
no,
that. It's
both
ridiculous.
fell.
Hey, he did.
Anyways,
Hey,
would you
hey,
choose
hey.
male or female?
I
Was my
do
question.
think that humans, because we have the capacity for love and those emotions, I believe they can think they're in love with inanimate things, or because humans get crazy. Like
Yeah.
there are mentally unstable
Right.
people.
So
out
at
there,
least we're
100%.
acknowledging that you would be a crazy person to fall in
I
love
think there's
with a
something
robot.
off with you.
It would be
Yeah.
Have you-
not the
Well,
wisest.
I don't think robot like is as because there again, there's a lot of lonely people out here in the world. A lot.
You know
And
how
I
you
think
get them
that-
to be non-lonely is
No,
to get
but-
out in the world and hang out
but
together.
I'm saying, and it is clearly a phenomenon, and people get
Oh,
depressed, and they
phenomenon.
get there's not an easy fix. Like you may think like, oh yeah, they just go out there and it's easy, pick me up, but depression is a real sickness, I do believe, and it's not something that they can just snap out of. So I feel like people that are closer to that or unwell, you know what I mean, emotionally, they will find other methods for satisfaction and love and that feeling of
I think
Yeah.
one of the cure, like, I don't know, depressed is the right word, whatever, but like to feeling good about yourself and stuff is being around people that are like you and for you and help you. Being around actual people and being secluded is the least thing you should be doing if you're depressed, is the last thing.
Maybe people's environment don't provide that, and so that's what these provide. These AI might be in the future. Such things might provide that
Well, then,
environment.
in my
for them.
opinion, you should go out into the world and
Well,
look for
in
the
2049, we will revisit this conversation and see
look
what
for
ha- what's-
humans
what
because
humans
you
are
do need
around.
that contact. You do need that energy
I do
from
agree.
each other.
I do agree, and I do think that is what you do, knowing to get your mental health in check and knowing that that's what you need, 100%.
And go out to the natural sources, water,
Yeah, I agree,
trees,
but
grass.
I do also believe that when you are in a depressive state,
It's hard to get there.
like they can't.
And
even
that's why
get
you
out
have
of
a
bed.
friend that's like, hey, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
but
go
Then there's
ride a
people who
bike.
don't have people too.
Well, that's how you get the people. You go meet
or
them.
They're just so socially awkward that when they try to do that, they make it way worse and they end up getting ridiculed and made fun of, and then it's pushed even further into depression.
Right.
I've known people like that in my life. It's me. I'm that one.
I think that definitely the environment for sure, depending on
Yeah.
where you're gonna go for that. Finding people like you and you're matching your energy is
Yeah, 100%.
Important.
People
Like-
need people.
like-minded
people
100%.
need people.
I completely agree.
you probably, if you're a nerd, don't go hang out with the jocks that are gonna make fun of you. Or if you're the jocks, a jock, don't go hang out with the nerds.
But I mean, if I feel like that might be flattering for
What
them.
if you're both?
Yeah, a little bit
You're
of
a
a
cool
nerdy
nerd.
jock.
You're saying you're a jock and
Cool
a
Little
nerd?
nerdy jock
I was
or a jockey nerd?
100% that person.
Yeah, well then you can probably hang out with both. Now you have two sets of friends. Look at that.
You don't need robots. You need more robots that are robots.
But anyways, so wait, you guys didn't answer my question.
What?
If we had the assistant, the helpers,
Yeah.
I would not
would
make
you
love with
have
them.
a male or female?
I
You
would.
only get one.
I would probably have a female.
Girl, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think female.
I would pick boy.
Would you?
Yeah, male.
Okay.
Leandra, you're a lesbian. Just kidding.
Just in
kidding.
case I might want to fuck it.
No, that's not why. That is definitely
I'm
not
gonna get the
why.
model with the fuckability.
Oh my god! I want the one with the Barbie parts. You know what I
Anatomically
mean?
Correct.
I want a Barbie bottom.
Just a smooth skin.
This is what
The
humanity's
solution.
been waiting for.
What movie did we just watch?
Did
where
you
they
guys see
had this
Westworld?
mixed-
Westworld was all about
Murder
that.
Yacht, That's right.
I didn't finish it though.
Westworld was the whole world was about that.
Yeah, it was. Have you guys seen Murderbot on Apple TV?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one.
Spoiler alert: Barbie parts on the bottom.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he's
All of our robots have those parts. Just to say.
It's a guy. You don't want.
Oh.
You-
That's weird.
Roll back film. Son of a bitch. Anyway, okay, other parts of this movie you want to talk about?
Yeah. So that's the only part we're gonna keep from the future?
What about you? Did you answer this question?
Assistant? Oh,
No.
what I would keep?
Yeah.
He
I think-
likes the hologram girlfriend.
I wouldn't mind the hologram homie.
Homie.
It's kind of like a Jarvis. It could like help me work on my car, help me do stuff.
But the holograms can't do that.
It could help me with the information.
Okay. It's your instant
like
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I do
And
next?
then if there's
turn left.
if
turn
it has
right.
mechanical stuff around like it did, it could move those mechanical things and help.
Would you
Like
want a
Jarvis.
hologram person?
I'd be cool with that. Yeah.
Really?
a hologram friend.
Yeah.
Homie? Hologram
Hologram
homie?
Hollow homie.
Trademark
Holo
by Grant
homie.
Banker. Hologram homies is mine. What's up, fool?
man.
What's up, fool?
What we doing today, dog?
I made you dinner, Holmes. Thanks,
Hey,
homie.
fool, pull up your socks. Shit's weak, dog.
Oh my god.
This is secondhand embarrassing.
Well, I would
Okay.
rather have a real friend, but if I was like
That's not the question, Christina.
Okay.
but if I was a lonely person that just wanted a friend, and it's almost like Alexa. You could talk to Alexa. It's kind of like that, I guess. Maybe it wouldn't
This
be.
is just like a super Alexa.
But you don't have to like address Alexa by her first name every time you talk to her, I guess.
Yeah. And I mean,
it's just like an instant conversation. Alexa.
They're the
what's
only
matter?
other person in the
Alexa.
room.
Yeah.
They know now that you're talking to it, not talking to
I don't
yourself.
know. It would feel like I don't know. I guess if they can talk back, I don't know. I feel like it would be so weird to talk to something that's not
Yeah, well,
real.
that's the point. Is she talks back to him.
Like the
they
only
have
reason
full-ass
I
conversation.
have
Yeah.
talk to Alexa is because I want to know stuff.
Like, you know who I
Most-
think would really, really benefit from an
Old
instant
people?
conversationalist? Your dad.
like
Like instant, like
Oh my God.
politic talk and like anything, because you know he likes to talk, and not everybody.
So the
likes to talk
talkers,
as
this
much.
is
yes.
this is the homies are for the
Talkers.
talkers.
Homie for
you gotta
hologram
always have a
homies.
listening in
Yeah,
with your
100%.
hologram homie.
Yeah,
who always
I
listens
feel
to your
like I do
story.
enough talking in my day to day, and I don't need it. Like,
I was thinking for lonely old people. That was my. What's the one for old people? Holograph homies is for like.
This
it's
is
got to
this is
start
your
with an H.
your
It's got to start with an H.
hologram
Happy.
grandchild.
Mm.
They always love talking to the grandchild.
Well, what if they don't want to get grandkid though?
They don't remember that it's not the grandkid.
Oh, they're
it's just their hologram grandkid.
Oh, for people with dementia.
Or just any old
Or-
people just
Oh.
don't even recognize. They can't see anyways.
Mm.
It's a blur. They'll just be in blurry state.
It's just a young person. I feel like old people like to give advice to young people, so it's like someone younger than them. Hologram youngin.
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 So with the future approaching, do you have any hopes for the future that we don't run into, kind of like what's in this movie?
Yes,
I really hope
it
we
doesn't
don't get overtaken by AI
or
robots.
or like the
It's for
all
sure
the things.
happening.
Yeah.
It's 100% gonna happen.
I don't think so.
We are
No.
super dumb, and we are advanced. Even
We
just
are
from
super dumb.
even just from like 2 years ago to now, it has advanced so insanely fast, and it's only gonna get worse.
So what is your answer to this?
Stop doing what you're doing.
What do you want or not want from this movie?
What is your hope about the future?
Hope
Your
about
After
the
watching this
future.
movie, do you have
I
a hope
just-
about the future?
I mean, man, I obviously the World War III part of this movie I don't want to
Yeah.
take place. Like, and I feel like we are rapidly approaching that one as well. We're rocketing right towards it. I don't know, man. This movie isn't filled with a lot of great things. You know what I mean? Like, it's filled with a lot of darkness. You know what I mean? And
It's very dystopian.
yes, very dystopian. You don't really want those things to happen. Obviously, the assistant thing is cool. There's,
only
you know,
cool
some of the
thing so far.
technology is cool. Flying cars is dope. Like
Yeah.
the ability to have a little drone that follows you and you can tell it, hey, watch the car, do this, do that.
Yeah.
That shit's tight.
Oh, that drone was sick.
That'd be badass.
That's
you know,
so sick.
taking pictures of everything, looking
Until
through the
it
ground.
goes
you know,
wrong
like,
and then it crashes
that's
into the ground.
badass. I would
Or your
absolutely
head.
love that stuff to happen. An autopilot car that's flying in the sky, taking me where I want to go. Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Self-driving car or like a helper that drives for you, I'm
Yeah.
in.
Mhm.
I get in my car and I'm from here to LA in 45 minutes. Bet. I got you.
I
Like,
still like the boop boop, go to the next portal. What is it like?
Which boop boop?
Which
The one, that's the portal that takes you to the next
Like a
place.
Stargate?
Yeah, like, not a portal. Maybe that's
you
wrong.
mean
No,
like-
portal's
are
right.
you
Like
ta-
when
no,
you
you're
go
talking about
to a
Star Trek?
portal.
The
Like you
transporter?
just go to the next place. You just
Yeah,
have
boo-boo.
you like go
Are you
like
saying
that.
teleporting?
Teleport. There you go.
Teleport.
See, I was so close.
Well, portal
Boop, boop.
is like
Boop,
you
boop
can
is what
go
you
through
said.
a portal. I imagine a portal.
Teleporting would be
Teleport.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Teleporting would be great.
But I'll
Grand.
take
I
a
would
flying
do
car to get there faster,
Yeah.
or a robot to drive me.
that. Okay.
A helper. I would
Um,
take that.
Did you know that they have that in like Manhattan Beach and Redondo Beach? They have like autonomous cars that drive you around.
They have
instead
it
of
here too,
Ubers.
don't they?
But I don't know if you can like hire them and have them drive you
Oh,
around.
I didn't know that
I'm
they
not
had
sure.
that.
that.
They do have something like Books. Or,
You know who
or-
would like those
That's literally
holograms?
right next door to my work.
I think
ZOOX.
I think you
Yeah.
jump in the car and then it drives you wherever.
Because I know I see them. They do like a circuit and they're like constantly testing it. And I
Uh-huh.
don't know if they've like
It scares the shit out of me.
It scares me too.
Dude, it's crazy 'cause
like I don't
the-
know that I want an
the
autonomous car
fancy
like
ones.
that.
They sit.
I
and
want
they're,
a
like,
robot
face
to
to
do it.
face with each other. Because
Yeah.
it's like a
Oh, yeah,
carriage.
right,
It's like
right.
a pumpkin
Just
carriage.
kidding.
And they just drive down the
It
street.
makes
like
you
that.
just feel like there's someone there.
Well, until like the whole world, like all the streets have Wi-Fi and all the whole
Yeah.
They're all
everything
on
has
tracks,
all
like
that.
Disneyland.
The whole
Yeah,
infrastructure
tracks.
is like built around that
Mhm.
sort of thing. I'm not down for it.
I like driving, but sometimes they get tired.
Yeah, yeah. Now when you fall asleep, the car drives for yourself.
Yeah,
We're doing that
It's-
already.
it's
If
scary,
everyone
though.
was doing
Like-
it, I
But-
would be much happier.
But those also break and they have killed people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's what scares me.
Exactly.
When
I
it doesn't work.
mean,
And
regular people driving.
regular people,
Yeah, that
humans
happens all the time.
make mistakes,
Yeah.
and we mistake humans make the robots, and so we add the mistakes unknowingly to them too.
Yeah.
So
It's because they were trying to fuck the car while they were driving.
Oh my god.
You know who would love
is
this
this a cup holder?
hologram? Who would love all this robot sex thing is Diddy.
Oh,
This is
Oh,
right
he wants-
up his
freaky,
alley.
freaky.
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
I don't know if you can baby oil robots. I don't know.
They
They will
They
short
don't.
circuit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh no.
okay, well let's cut to the chase.
That's good.
All
What is
right.
the chase? Where are we chasing?
We are chasing to if a future dystopian movie goes to your island.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Ladies first.
Oh, okay.
Me or you?
You.
Okay. Well.
We know your answer.
Well.
I think she's taking it.
wore black today because I am putting this movie to rest at
Oh,
the
she's
bottom
having a
of the
funeral.
ocean because this movie is not going to my island. This is a dead in the water
Yeah.
movie.
Yes.
Nope.
Not happening.
What?
Hell no.
What?
Not even with all the good looking people. Like, ugh.
There was a
nobody
lot of
wants
good-looking
looking people.
Well, I guess
Who
it was
else was the
two.
good-looking
There was only
people?
two.
There was
I
better
retract.
good-looking girls than dudes.
Did you
The-
think the pink-haired lady was cute?
She
too?
was really pretty.
I think she was
Pink-haired
okay.
girl?
The prostitute.
Yeah.
Oh, she was
You know
okay.
what? She's
I
from
thought
an
she was pretty.
HBO show.
Oh.
That's where I know her from. And she's from
I
an
mean-
HBO like about also dystopian show.
Even the bitch
The-
robot was
the
not
bitch robot
ugly.
was-
No, she's
Station
pretty.
was pretty.
11.
Yeah.
And
Bitch robot was.
his
Even
AI
Jenny-
was.
I
mean-
thought the bitch
I'm
robot
not-
was
I'm not really
kinda
gonna
like
buy
a
an ugly
Wish
robot.
Mila.
Nobody's buying it. I know.
Right.
That's nobody's buying an ugly robot.
So I said I thought the bitch robot was a Wish Mila Jovovich, and Joel said I'm okay with that.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
again.
yeah, she
Mila
kinda is.
Jovovich is Resident Evil.
She's
that
in your
chick.
favorite movie.
I know. I
Which
don't know
one?
their
Yeah.
name.
Dazed and
Sorry.
Confused.
Oh,
Dazed
Dazed
and
and Confused.
Yeah, she's pretty.
See,
She's less pretty in Days and
And then
Confused
there's,
than
you
she is
know,
later on.
Friggin' Ryan.
Ryan
Ryan
and
Gosling.
Anna
Gosling is a
were the
good-looking
two
dude.
best looking.
He's a
I
good
think
looking
only
dude for
best
sure.
looking, really.
Dave Bautista was in it.
No one
Nah.
says Dave Bautista's good looking.
He's really funny.
He's just
when
Jack.
in
Yeah.
the movies that he's funny in. But
Oh yeah,
Guardians.
that's as
Yeah.
far as
The
it
only
goes
one.
for me with him. I bet he's really nice.
I bet he's got a great personality.
Great personality.
Okay, so
all right.
I also wore black, not with the same intention. As soon as she said that, I was like, oh.
I
wore black, too.
I love dystopian movies. I do. I even love
Okay.
dystopian books. Like I
That
love
is
it.
right up her alley.
Yep. This movie was lacking in the action for me.
Okay.
There were a
Okay.
lot of words.
It was
Fair
very,
enough.
very long.
so long.
And if you know anything about me and my attention span or lack thereof, I struggled. I struggled with this.
Mhm.
I'm not taking it. I don't want to watch it ever again. I did watch this before. We did
Oh, you
watch
did
it.
see it?
We did.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was another one of those movies that went whoop, and I
never
just
even-
didn't retain it.
Gone.
I
Yeah.
never even heard of this movie. I was like,
Mm.
saw it in like 2017. I was
Yeah.
like, dang, I've
I
never even
missed it
heard
when
of
it
this.
came out, and then I was like, I never like.
Because
got
everyone
back to
was
it.
like, this movie sucks. Don't go watch
Really?
it. No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
That's why none of us heard of
Well,
it.
Joel thinks we went to the theater, and he has a better memory
You guys
than
all
I
napped.
do.
I know,
I don't
so-
remember.
No. So, okay, let me.
Okay,
let
your
me
turn.
go.
Yeah.
My
So
turn.
my stepmom, she loves this movie. Jean loves, she loves Blade Runner. That was like one of her jams back in the day. But she also is like me, and she just likes a lot of movies.
Facts.
Big facts. So I remember her talking about this a lot leading up to it. And fun fact, did you guys know that they're making another movie? They're making Blade Runner 2099.
My next pick for movies.
I am not going to watch this movie at the theater. Sorry.
I think it's like an Amazon Prime or
Oh, straight to streaming?
yeah, I think it's a straight to streaming. I can't remember which one it is.
No,
I'm
Nobody
very
better
curious to
pick
see
this
how they
movie.
depict the world 50 years from this movie.
Anyway, so I'm not certain we saw it in the theater, but I'm pretty sure. And I remembered most of it. And I liked it. I liked it when I saw it the first time. I liked it seeing it this time. But with that being said, I don't think I'd ever watch this movie again. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me keep saying that over and over.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's a good movie. Like, you can't tell me you didn't enjoy this movie.
Didn't enjoy it.
I didn't enjoy
Nope.
it.
Did not enjoy it.
They're liars.
No.
100%.
I think
It's
you're
because
lying.
there wasn't a naked dude.
Yeah.
It was a
We
naked
didn't-
girl.
Ryan was in the movie. No, nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to see a naked dude, to be honest.
More man butt, please.
Digital man butt.
There weren't a lot of feet in this movie. or
There and
nothing?
eyeballs. When I saw the eyeballs, I was like, Joel must be freaking
no,
out
that-
right
Oh,
now.
when they
that
rolled
was
them out,
really-
it was like a drawer of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
she was right.
There was a lot of
Anyways,
eyeballs.
love the movie, but I ultimately won't take it to my island because I don't think I'd.
'Cause he
ever go
doesn't
out of my
really
way
love it,
to
that's
watch the
why.
movie. No, I did really enjoy this movie. I really like it a lot, but sadly, I will not.
All right, Mr.
Okay.
Picker.
So I was very happy to see the movie. I had no idea what the storyline. I never saw the first one. I just didn't know. I liked the sci-fi. I liked the dystopian stuff. I like to see how directors and writers think about the future and where their minds tend to go, and that kind of sometimes it kind of gives ideas for today's generation. You know, like, oh, that was kind of a cool idea. Yeah, let's kind of work on that. And I think that has a lot to go with, you know, the fake girlfriend or the digital how digital people or AI, I guess, how they might interact with us in the future and how we want to mold them into
How it
either
will
helpful
evolve in some
or
way.
yeah. So I like watching these movies for those sort of reasons. This movie was not a lot of action. It was nice seeing Ana de Armas. She was nice to see the whole time.
She's really pretty.
It was just not like didn't hit me in any like personal way. You know what I mean? But I enjoyed the movie also, and seeing I just sat down and enjoyed it. At some point, I just chilled out and just watched it and stopped trying to like look at the details of this or that and I really did enjoy it, and I would definitely gonna go see the new one that comes out, and I need to see the first one.
Mhm.
But because it didn't hit me any sort of like personal way, or you know, I am not taking this to my island.
Is this the first one that all four of us, or no, we
No,
didn't?
No,
I've,
okay.
I've
Angie's
picked
hit a couple of
some,
them.
yeah.
Some real bombs.
Yeah, tankers.
Memento.
Oh yeah, no. So
And we had a
the
time,
story-
didn't we?
I
The
do-
story of this movie was great.
no,
Like,
it wasn't.
How
Disagree.
can you say it was not? Like there was a whole
Like
point where it was
this,
kind of
it
like a big mystery was happening.
Yeah, I
And-
liked that. I had that the big twist was it wasn't him.
Yeah,
I
like-
really did. I was like, I bought into it so hard that
Look.
he was the guy.
Look. If there was more action and less running time, I might have taken this to my island. But those are two key components.
Did you
for
at least
me.
enjoy the story of this movie?
I
Running
enjoyed-
time aside.
I enjoyed that we watched this on 2 days because it was so long.
You're not supposed
So
to
it was
tell
not
them.
just one sitting.
You're not supposed to tell them we did it that way. Come on.
We both work. It's hard to squeeze it in.
It was.
Did I enjoy the story?
She's with me. Did not enjoy the story. But you said something about when you were giving your blurb about taking it to your island or not, that dating on all this stuff with the...
Yeah, the kind of the future of...
I do think that the people that will be using it the most are males. I don't think girls will
100%.
use it as much
This is-
as guys.
This
Guys
is
will use it.
100% correct.
Yeah.
And I think if that does happen, then our real life daughters will have their pick of the litter of all the guys because there's gonna be so many girls that are real that guys are gonna actually want. So, and then all these nerd
But I don't
guys or
think
whatever.
They're gonna want them.
Yes,
they're gonna have
way.
to. Well, I think it's gonna be that they're gonna have to compete now with
Please.
with a
Give me
girl
break.
that, in these guys' mind, gives them everything
Okay,
that
they're
they
perfect.
want, or they're perfect for
You-
them. Exactly, they built them that way,
They don't.
and
fight,
now
they don't
they
argue,
may
it's
not even want to
just
go
perfect.
near the real girl for all these reasons.
I
they're
don't think
not
it's
exactly.
I don't think it's gonna take away from them wanting real girls.
I don't
too.
think so. It's gonna make
think
it
it-
more
I
want
think
more
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be in addition
because they're
to-
gonna want the real
Maybe.
thing.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's gonna be in their eyes. I feel like it's gonna be a way to have multiple girlfriends.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it could.
this is
I
my
mean,
real
That's
girlfriend.
actually a
This
good
is
idea.
This is my
could.
AI
It,
girlfriend.
it might be that. Maybe that might be a part of the
That is a
future
good
culture.
idea.
Is where
This is where husbands get their mistresses. Here you go. Go get yourself
It's an
a
AI
robot
girl. I don't care.
yeah, maybe that will be
That's a good idea.
a relationship
Good idea,
dynamic of
Angie.
having, a real girlfriend and then having your like toys.
Side piece.
And they're just
Their
sex toys to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
That's
they're
exactly all it can be.
Until the sex toy starts plotting with your husband on how to kill you.
You're giving it too much credit, Angie.
I'm
Way
saying.
too much credit.
I'm
All you have to do is do this.
I think that
unplug.
these are all valid questions, and it's very interesting. And what the future is going to bring with this AI, I think it's a double-edged sword.
To be
In my
clear,
opinion, there's going to be a bad and a good side.
I don't want an AI in our house. Thank you very much.
No AI girlfriend.
No
for
AI
Joel.
girlfriends. We already have AI in our house.
I would like an AI Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh.
I like a
So
AI.
that was me teleporting away.
Right away
Jessica
from
Alba.
Angie's glare. It's not working. It's not working.
What? What is the boo boo? The boo boo?
I'm still here.
No.
Come on,
What's
hurry up.
happening? It's not working.
I'm boop booping to the bar. Boop booping to the bar. Let's go.
Can you imagine it? Like you could go out drinking and then be like, oh,
teleportation
I'm done.
would be.
Pew,
That
back
would be
home.
Yeah, to the
Awesome.
toilet.
Yeah, pew.
I just boop boop down here, and then it takes it away right there.
Then you're dead because half of you is gone. Ah, not again. What?
It's just the whole thing. It's just supposed to take the poop. No.
All right.
Actually, that would be cool to teleport home after
Yeah.
drinking. See,
Yeah.
teleporting is
Teleporting
cool.
to
I'm
just
in.
the
What-
different
so,
cities.
if
Think
there were
about you
if there's a
driving and
technology
Yeah.
that I could want
I'm
for
at
the
Costco.
future,
No, I'm at Target.
it's exactly that: teleportation and anti-gravity.
Anti-gravity.
Yeah, because then you could like have sky houses. You could live in the sky.
Okay, I was
You
confused
could have
what anti-gravity was
casinos
for a
in like
second.
the sky and stuff. Like you could have anything on the ground, but in the sky and make it bigger.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I
like
mean?
sky
There was a
stuff.
video game that did
Sky
that.
City.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, did it?
And then
Bioshock.
teleportation.
Yeah,
I want
Bioshock.
teleportation.
Yeah,
I
in
was
my
gonna
teleportation
say
is
Big
it.
Brother,
I
but
like
that's
that.
the guy
I'm
who's
in.
in Bioshock.
It may be scientifically impossible, but
We're
Big
gonna be
Daddy.
dreamers.
Big
Those
Daddy.
AI guys
hey,
are gonna
there
figure
is
it
the
out.
quantum computers are coming. That's gonna change our
Well,
world.
it's gonna happen, guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
So,
who's
next week,
next pick?
The pick
Yes,
is
me.
Yes.
I was looking to
Oh,
see what it
okay.
was because I couldn't remember the name
Live
of
choosing.
Yeah.
it.
We like the randomness of this. Just spin it.
Fountain of Youth. It's a new movie.
Okay.
Oh.
And it's on Apple TV.
Okay.
That's not the one I was gonna pick for you.
Oh.
Yeah, that I
Fountain of
predicted.
Youth.
It
An
came-
AI.
It's action. It's an action movie. It came out this year,
John
2025.
Krasinski. John Krasinski.
And
Krasinski.
Yeah,
this pretty
Oh, I wanna
girl
see this
is in it.
movie.
yeah, you do. We have it
Oh,
on our.
that-
I
watch
can't remember
list.
her name right now.
That's Padme.
Padme, but what's her name? I
Natalie
forgot.
Portman.
Oh, Natalie Portman.
No, she's only Padme.
Padme. But yeah, that's my pick.
All
Fountain of
right.
Youth new movie. None of us have seen it. Yes.
Fountain of Youth.
Nope.
Awesome. I
Yay.
like seeing new movies.
Me too.
Mhm.
I thought you said nude movies.
He likes
And-
those
Those
I don't talk about those movies. That's
We
my
don't need to
other
review
podcast.
Other product.
Join me on my
That's his
Patreon about
After
this.
Dark.
That's called
Podcast
Pleasure
After Dark. Whoa!
Oh boy.
$5.99
Don't
a month
worry.
to join me on
Don't
my
worry.
Pleasure Island podcast.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
you're charging
Oh,
that?
man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like OnlyFans. Is that what they write? Is that
That's
right?
right. That's right. This
Why?
is for my Patreon
Come
users.
listen to Grant talk about his adult movies.
It's about movie pigs.
Are you in them or you're watching them?
You'll have to
he,
you have to pay to find out,
I
buddy.
thought he was just watching them, and it is like, oh, no,
All
Grant,
right,
don't
well,
do that. You're above
Everybody,
that.
Thanks for listening and watching, and I hope you enjoyed.
Let us know if you would take Blade Runner to your island.
See you later.
Bye.
Aloha.